Welcome to African Edge. In this video, we take a look at the profile of Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa. Aliko Dangote is not your average billionaire. For a decade, he has been Africa's richest man, and his story is not your typical rags to riches story. This is because while Aliko Dangote was born in wealth, he has managed to grow himself to the ranks of the richest man in Africa and one of the richest black men in the world. So, how did a cement manufacturer grow to become so wealthy? This is African Edge, Aliko Dangote rise to riches. For the 11th time in a row, Aliko Dangote was named the richest man in Africa in 2022 with a current estimated net worth of $13.5 billion, cementing his top position as the richest in Africa. Born in 1957 in Kano State, Nigeria, Aliko Dangote grew up in an entrepreneurial household. After the death of his father in 1965, Dangote's grandfather, Sanusi Dantata, became Dangote's guardian. His grandfather was once named one of the wealthiest people living in Kano State, Nigeria, who made his fortune selling commodities like oats and rice. The 65-year-old billionaire credits much of his success to his grandfather, who instilled a business mindset into him at a young age. At just 8 years old, Dangote would buy sweets with his allowance money, which he would give people to sell for profit. At the age of 21, Dangote graduated from Egypt's Al-Azhar University, where the budding entrepreneur fathered his education in business. After graduating from college in 1977, Dangote managed to convince his uncle to lend him money to start a business. His business venture quickly became a success, and as a result, he managed to repay the entire loan within a few months of starting operations. Ultimately, Dangote was able to turn a local commodities trading business into a multi-billion-dollar corporation. In 1997, Dangote realized that acting as a middleman was a very costly endeavor, so he built up a plant to produce what he had been importing and selling for the previous 20 years: pasta, sugar, salt, and flour. Around the same time, Dangote was awarded a state-owned cement company. He significantly expanded the operations of the company in 2005 by constructing a multi-million-dollar manufacturing plant. Aliko's cement business, Dangote Cement, is currently the largest cement producer in Africa, with a capacity to produce 45.6 million metric tons annually, operating across 10 African countries. He owns 85% of the publicly traded Dangote Cement through a holding company. The group also has interests in agro-processing, food and food products, polyproducts, transportation, real estate, and steel. Each of his manufacturing divisions has since been separated into publicly traded companies like the Dangote Sugar Refinery PLC, National Salt Company of Nigeria PLC, Dangote Flour Mills PLC, and Dangote Cements PLC. In Nigeria today, Dangote Group has its dominance in the sugar market and refinery business and the main supplier to the country's soft drink companies, breweries, and confectioners. The Dangote Group also owns salt factories, flour mills, and is also a major importer of other commodities such as rice, fish, pasta, and fertilizer. The company exports other commodities such as cotton, cashew nuts, and cocoa to several countries. It also has major investments in real estate, banking, transport, and textiles. The business empire he began to build more than 3 decades ago, Dangote Group, is one of the largest private sector employers in Nigeria, as well as one of the most valuable conglomerates in West Africa. Dangote has always reinvested the majority of his profits back into his business, one of the reasons his investment portfolio has grown so much over the years. Unlike many wealthy Nigerians who made their fortune in oil, Dangote initially chose to go down a different path, but he has since entered the oil and gas industry. Currently, in preparation for the future, Aliko Dangote is steering the Dangote Group to invest heavily in basic chemicals and the downstream oil and gas sector. Dangote is working on a massive oil refinery in Lagos. If successful, the company's success could reduce significantly Nigeria's reliance on international suppliers for oil and gas. The $15 billion refinery is one of the largest industrial projects ever in Nigeria and is expected to produce 650,000 barrels of oil per day and become one of the world's largest oil refineries once complete. Aliko Dangote has also become a leader in African philanthropy. He pledged $1 billion to the Aliko Dangote Foundation and includes a partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Notably, Dangote's foundation began partnering with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2013 in order to eradicate polio and strengthen routine immunizations throughout the country. Above his love life and relationships, Aliko Dangote is currently not married, but he has been married and divorced twice before. He has 3 daughters named Maria, Halima, Fatima, and 1 adopted son, Abdul Rahman Fasathi. He is also an avid enthusiast of Arsenal FC in England, and he has shown interest in buying it. As Aliko Dangote keeps growing wealthy and having more diversification in investment, his title as the richest man in Africa seems to be one he'll hold for years to come. What are your thoughts on Aliko Dangote's rise to rich story? Tell us in the comment section. And follow us on our website at africanedge.com.